Jungkook's sharp gaze scanned the presentation slides before slamming the file onto the table. The loud thud made everyone flinch. His cold, piercing eyes locked onto Yuan. This is how you work? His voice was laced with irritation. His jaw clenched. This is the worst presentation I have seen among all of them, and you have been working here for an year? Yuan swallowed hard, feeling the weight of everyone's stares on her. They all know how hardworking she was, how much effort she put in. It never seemed to be enough for him, Jungkook, their new CEO. I am sorry, sir. The company had been handed down to him 4 months ago by the previous CEO, and from the very first day, Jungkook had made it his mission to make her life miserable. He kept searching for mistake in every detail, overworked her, and scolded her for the smallest mistakes. You all can leave now, and Miss Yuan. I want this presentation redone, more detail, more power. I need it in my cabin today. Yuan's fingers curled into a fist before she quickly relaxed them. Yes, sir. She bowed slightly and walked out. Everyone left the room one by one. As the room emptied, Jungkook exhaled heavily and sank onto the couch, running a hand through his dark hair. Jimin, his right-hand man and best friend, leaned against the table, looked at him. You shouldn't embarrass her like this all the time. Jimin didn't respond, simply picking up a glass of water from the table. I know you, Jungkook. Why are you doing this? Jungkook's grip on the glass tightened. Jimin sighed and put a hand on his shoulder. It's been 2 years, she moved on. Let her go. Why are you forcing her when she don't even want to talk about it? Jungkook let out a sarcastic laugh, shaking his head. Moved on? 2 years ago, she had left. No explanation, no closure, just gone. And when he finally saw her again, working under his company, his blood had boiled. She was here, in front of him, acting like nothing had happened, silently enduring every bit of his torture without complaint. And that's making him more angry. I will not let her forget me, nor I will let her go. His voice was low, dangerous. Then without another word, he stood up and walked out of the meeting room. Jungkook looked at his back worriedly. He saw how much he suffered without her, how he searched for her. He hopes that he doesn't hurt her because of the pain in his heart. As Yeon stepped out of the meeting room, the weight of Jungkook's harsh words still lingered in her chest. Mia, one of the closest friends at the office, catch up with her in the hallway. Yeon, are you okay? That was really harsh. It's okay, Mia. I will manage. Yeon flashed a smile, one that didn't quite reach her eyes, but it was enough to assure Mia she was fine. She gave Yeon a small pat on the shoulder before walking away, leaving Yeon sat in the chair and sang. She knew why Jungkook was doing this. He was angry. He was hurt. He had broken his heart 2 years ago without a word of explanation. She couldn't even bring herself to feel resentment toward him for the way he treated her now. After all, she had abandoned him without a trace, leaving him to deal with his broken heart. Taking a deep breath, Yeon pulled out her phone and texted her younger brother Yoonjun. How is mom? She had a responsibility now, a mother who needed her. Her mother who had been hospitalized, fighting for her life after a long battle. Yeon is the earning person in their family since her father passed away years ago, and there was no way she was going to let her mother down.